Hey everybody, welcome to Did I Put on Spanx for this? I know I probably look really tired and worn out, and I am. Um, but I really wanted to talk about something that's been bugging me lately. And it's like, when the mood strikes, you just gotta vlog. Um, so I have been really not happy with the dating scene in Singapore, and I think part of that is because I'm coming off of some really bleh experiences since I've been here. The last few months I was in Korea, I was seeing this army guy. Told me he was divorced and all of this stuff, and we saw each other for about 3 months, and then I left and went to Prague, and he stayed to finish his time in Korea, and we continued. Like we exchanged. I gave him my email address before I left, and he emailed, and we continued to talk up until um, August, maybe. And then, like, I went to respond to one of his little chatty, friendly emails, and the email account was gone. It was deleted. I thought that was really weird. And so I contacted a friend of mine who's had experience with military men in Korea, and I was like, do you think he could be married? Like, do you think he lied to me this whole time? Let me preface this by saying he was leaving Korea. He was getting ready to go home. It was like that day. He was flying back to the States. That he deleted his email account or blocked me from it or whatever. Not the point. The point is that he disappeared. Um, and she did some digging and sure enough found his Facebook, and which he told me he didn't have. Um, and lo and behold, married, not divorced, very much married. And this upset me. Like, okay, I'm a reactive person, and so I had to really, like, I'm working on that. So I had to step back and be like, all right, let's give ourselves a few days before we do anything stupid. Because, of course, I wanted to message her and be like, your husband's scum. But I chose not to. And I did message him to let him know that I know what you did last winter. Um, but that was it. There hasn't been any conversations between us. Um, the thing that upsets me is obviously being lied to for that long. But you meet somebody in this world that you mesh with very well, and he really, and as a lot of my friends will tell you, he really opened me up to the idea of dating again, and the idea of like, okay, this is he kind of raised the bar on like what I wanted, and what I would expected from someone that I want in my life, and and then he continued to maintain the contact after. And I thought, well, this is somebody who maybe if the timing's a little different, you never know, right? But then you find out that that's all been fake. And it's like, why continue talking to me when I left Korea? You could have just let it die and I would have never known. Because I gave you my email address, I didn't have yours. You didn't have to make that contact. You could have literally let me get on that plane and I would have been none the wiser for the remainder of my life. Um, so that really bothers me, and I think it's carrying into um, my dating life here. Like, I think I haven't, like, I've lost my faith in men again. And it's upsetting to me because I worked really hard to get that back. And I've had really, really great dates here. I'm not going to lie. The men here, as opposed to Korea, they actually take you on dates. And I'm not one of these girls who's like, oh, well, I want you to spend this much money on me. I'm more one of these, like, are you don't need to buy that $50 bottle of wine. It's cool. I don't need you to do that. So I don't really know how to do that because I didn't date like that. I mean, I got married very young, so I didn't date, and I didn't really date like that back in the States before I left for Korea. And in Korea, they don't take you on dates. Like, where gonna take you? You know. So here they do, and they take you to fancy restaurants, and they take you to high rises overlooking Singapore or whatever. Um, but I think that I am going through a funk right now where I am so unhappy with the way that I am being interacted with. And I'm sick and tired of like the dog and pony show. And this is something I have talked about with my friends before, which is, you have no intention, or you're a liar or whatever, and you're getting someone's hopes up, whether you're male or female. You're getting someone's hopes up that what they've been looking for could potentially be you. And then you're like pulling the rug out from underneath them, either by them finding out that you've been lying to them the whole time, or you disappear and there's no rhyme or reason as to why, you just do. Or you continue to keep them on the bait, the hook, by lying to them and continuing to lie to them, because you do want to see them again, but you just don't know when. So like you're keeping them on the back burner. And it's like, I don't get that. I don't understand, why do you do that to someone? Like, I would feel bad doing that to somebody. And I don't understand using people. So it's made me, like, everyone talks about, oh, dating's fun and dating's this and dating's that and da 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 da. It's really not. It's demoralizing. It's humiliating. It's embarrassing. It's exhausting. It's expensive. Even if you're not the one paying the bill. Even if you're just the one that's being asked out or whatever, it's still expensive. Like, you still have to, like my friends and I back in the States, we would talk about the prep that goes into going out. There's the hairspray and the lip gloss and the face stuff and the this and the that and the putting the Spanx on and the whole thing, to just be lied to. And it's just, I've lost the interest, people. I've lost the interest in dating. And I know that's bad because, well, this is what my blog is about, is dating. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm feeling lost in this whole thing of, I just can't buy into it anymore. And there are girls out there, bless their hearts, and men, bless their hearts, that are just like, well, I'm just going to keep going until I find the one. And I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I feel like Charlotte in Sex and the City. I've been dating since I was 15. Where is he already? It's like I've been dating, off and on dating, for 6 years, and it's just not working. It's not working. I don't know if it's a societal thing. I don't know if it's something I do know it's something I'm allowing to happen to me. And I'm really trying to change the way I do things. But, y'all, I have lost it. I've lost the faith in it, and I don't know how to get it back. I don't know how to believe that the good guys exist anymore. All of these guys, it's not like these, and ladies will attest to this, it's not like these guys show up being an asshole on the first date. I mean, yes, I have had that. But 9 times out of 10, they bring their A game, And you continue to get their A game, and then it slowly progresses down to like a D game, and you're like, what's happening here? Like, if you've lost interest, tell me. If you're married, don't continue making contact with me. Just leave me alone. I've already left the country. You don't need to continue the mendacity of it all. If you're not in Japan on business and you're back in Texas, Texas. If you're back in Texas, then just tell me that. Hey, we had a really great date. My business in Singapore has ended. I'm back in Texas. Okay. That's life. There's no reason to continue to lie to me and say that you're in Japan on business. I'm pretty sure, I'm not perfect at geography, but I don't think that Japan is almost 10,000 miles from Singapore. I don't think so. And by the way, when you're lying to somebody, trying to tell them that you're in Japan when you're really in Texas, methinks you should not suggest Skype dates, because I'm really curious as how you're going to make that happen. and me not notice that the sun is shining or that it's not. I mean, think about it. But just be honest. You know, I mean, I went on a date with a guy, was not interested in him after the date. He almost broke my neck. He was kissing me so hard that when I pulled away from him, I couldn't breathe and I couldn't pull away from him. And I had neck pain the next day. So, needless to say, he did not make it to the next round. He was voted off the island. Literally, voted off of Singapore. Like, go away. But I told him, I explained it to him when he continued to message and call me. And when he took the day off work the next day for us to hang out, because that was going to happen. The night we were on the date, he told me he was going to take the day off work so we could spend the day together. And I'm like, I'm busy. I have plans. And he took the day off work. And then got mad at me because I told him I was busy and couldn't see him. But I told him. I was honest with him. Whether he chose to accept that honesty is not my problem. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I treated him with that respect of saying, hey, you were nice up until this point, and this point you made me uncomfortable, and you have not apologized for it. Yes, you've said it won't happen again, but it's not going to happen again because I'm not going to put myself in that uncomfortable position where I minutely feared for my safety. So, but I told him. That's the key. And yeah, so I've kind of lost my faith in this dating thing, and I don't think I can continue to do it because it doesn't seem like there's any honor left to it. And that's depressing. I just can't keep going on all these dates and having all these great conversations for them to turn out to be the polar opposites of everything I saw. I just can't keep doing it. So this is what I'm posing to you, dating world. What do you do? What do you do when every experience you've had, even the ones that you thought were so good, and you measure the next ones by, turn out to be complete and total bullshit? What do you do? How do y'all keep pushing through it? Please leave me your comments. Post a video of your own in the comment section, whatever. Tell me how you do it. Because this girl right here, this girl is brokenhearted and exhausted. And I'm starting to just think that the nice guys that don't lie and don't cheat and don't just keep you hanging on, they just don't exist. I'm really hoping I'm wrong, but I'm starting to think that I'm not. So please leave me your comments. Let me know how you deal with it. Guys, please leave your comments as well. Tell us ladies, what's going on, all right? Thanks, dating world. Good luck out there.